Hey there fam, welcome to Dad Mode Game Time, where we usually look at video games that give our kids a skill, a life lesson, or a role model. But today we're going to do things a little bit different. Today I wanted to help you guys understand mods, what they are, how they work, and some reliable places to find them. So come on, let's go take a look. So what are mods? Mods, which are modifications, are packets of code that change a game in some fundamental way. It might change the way that the buttons are met. It might change the way the game is played. It might add new characters or new game modes. A mod might fix bugs that are present in a video game so that the game runs better. There are all kinds of mods out there. And if you know what you're looking for, they can really enhance your gameplay experience. If you recall, my very first video ever was on a video game called Slay the Spire. So, there are mods for that game. We can make it multiplayer, we can add all sorts of stuff. It's amazing. So I'm going to show you guys how to find mods in Steam and how to find mods on a website called Nexus Mods. Alright, so let's get started with Steam. If your gamer plays on PC, and especially on the Steam platform, Steam has its very own collection of mods where users can upload mods for you to find. You pick the game you want, and then you click the Workshop tab. And then all of the popular mods can be seen here. There are mods for characters, there's different languages, there can be also mods that change the flow of the game somewhat. There might be extra cards, or there might be different game modes, map editors, all sorts of stuff. And so, just for example, if I want to look, I want to find one called Inspire Together, I think is what it's called. Steam Multiplayer Together Inspire. Haha, I found it. All I have to do is come over and click subscribe, and the mod will automatically be attached to the Slay the Spire game files, which is pretty stinking handy if I do say so myself. Do be careful though. Make sure that you're with your kids or your gamers when they're installing mods, especially if they're younger, because not every mod is safe for work, and unless you set the limits on that, they are going to be there in the search engine. You can go to settings and manage family view, and then you can access different content. You can limit the types of games your gamer can play, online profiles and things like that. You can add a pin, recovery email, all sorts, it's a very good tool for parents of young gamers to be able to limit the content to age-appropriate material. Well, I wanted you guys to see that. Alright, next up we're going to look at a website called Nexus Mods. So Nexus Mods is a website that has a collection of mods for a lot of different video games. It's free to sign up. They do have a automatic mod installer that I believe is a paid service, but this is a pretty cool place to go if you have a lot of games that you want to find some mods for. Just be careful. Make sure that when you're setting up your account that you restrict adult content, because the second you click on one and you check out the collections, it's there. And you can see it has that big red adult in the top corner. But even without an account, you could still hide it by checking the hide adult content box. So, like I said, make sure you know what your kids are doing. It's very important. There are, all sorts of mods for bug fixes and user interfaces. You can expand your houses because you can build houses in this game. All sorts of stuff. And when you click one, let's click Essential Bug Fixes. We can see it says let you know if any comments or things to be changed or added. It shows us the downloads. We can see how well it does. It can give us a concept of how well it's doing. And usually there are instructions on how to install the mod into your game. And bear that in mind, because if you do it wrong, you can crash the game. So make sure that you're being careful when you do that. Let's get back to our games. I'm going to show you guys what Slay the Spire looks like when it's modded. Let's go check that out. So here's Slay the Spire with the mods installed. As you can see, the title screen is different. It has the name of the Downfall mod there under the main title. We can see the multiplayer mode here from Inspire Together. If I click the single player, so far it looks the same until I get to here. It's the standard mode. We have our 4 main heroes from the base game, plus one more. The Hermit, a hero who plays with curses and debuffs. The further he gets punished, the stronger he is. And then, the real draw of the Downfall mod, you can play as the bosses and mini-bosses that you encounter during the base game. You want to play as a slime boss? Be the slime boss. You want to be the guardian? You can be him. Hexaghost, the champ, the automaton. You can play as the gremlins, and this one is by far my favorite new character of the entire mod. 5 little gremlins, they're teeny tiny, they have 16 hit points apiece, and they take turns and create all sorts of crazy combinations, different effects based on which gremlin is in the lead, and it's nuts. I love this mod. And then the final one is the Snecko. That weird, confusing little creature, and from Act 2, gets to be yours to control. You get to mix up your card costs, you get to play with costs from other characters, any of the other characters. You get to choose 3 out of 3 pairs, and then you're off. See how far you can get. This mod is like an entire new game. It is incredible, and it's absolutely free on the Steam Workshop. So, if you saw my video on Slay the Spire and you liked that game, you picked up that game, go to the Steam Workshop, do yourself a favor, and at least grab that Downfall mod. And if you have friends who play this game, get Inspire together, get online, create a lobby, and tackle the Spire together. It is a complete blast, and I had the best time. So, those are mods. Just a basic overview. Oh, but one more thing before I forget. If you have a game system like the PlayStation or Xbox Series or the Nintendo Switch, you can buy hardware that you can install to modify those systems. However, you need to be careful about it, because if the system attempts to update and the hardware is not correct, any mods that you make can destroy the system and make it unplayable. So, mod your game systems at your own risk. It's one of the main reasons why I always talk about get this on PC. Get it on PC, because you can't destroy your PC with mods. Maybe. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Guys, I hope you had a great nut day. I hope that this was helpful and useful to you. Like always, if you play in this game, that's cool. If you're playing something else, then that's great too. Whatever you're playing, I hope you're having fun, and we'll see you next game time.